We heard some comments from Dave Dombrowski. This was coming out of like the end of last week, it's only Tuesday, so like this past weekend essentially. But Dave Dombrowski was reported saying some different quotes about the Phillies looking to run it back with the same team. So he was asked if there was risk in trying to run it back with the same team after falling short the last couple years. And he said, I think there can be, but I don't think there is with this group. And I think for a couple of reasons. One, we didn't win it all. I think there's a little more danger if you win it all. So you're still driven because you haven't achieved that. Second is this is a good club. Then he went through the roster. You know, you've got Bryce Harper, who you didn't have for the start of last season. You've got Kyle Schwarber, who's only going to be a DH now almost every day. You've got, he said we have lots of veterans, but I don't think they're old veterans. We've got, those early 30s guys, someone like a Trey Turner, who Dave Dombrowski is saying he believes is going to be better every season now. And then also the youth and the daycare. And, whether it's Bryson Stott, Alec Bohm, Brandon Marsh, or Johan Rojas, Sanchez, Orion, some of the young blood is going to have some, a better season. So then he was saying, overall,
she says.
I don't get any sense of contentment. We're rolling the same team back, but really we're only rolling the same team that was there the last couple months of the season, and we didn't win it all. And I think there's still a great hunger to win this thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really good core. I'm not disappointed by this offseason. I do think there's going to be, he's always said, add around the edges. Yeah. And that's all it is. The core was set. They have 8 players making over $20 million. You can't expect more than that. Like, to me, John Middleton and the ownership group have pretty much done, more or less the best they can, unless they go out and get somebody else and really take this into a new threshold of tax, which I don't expect. I'm sure they want to stay a little bit, liquid at the trade deadline, so they can go get Will Smith and therefore win a World Series. But they're gonna add to this in some way. It's just not gonna be sexy, and they're not cheap, and they're not this, they're not that.
Yeah.
They're competing and
looking at more
they're gonna
value
be a top 3
just
or
to
4
round out
National League. It's gonna be Dodgers, Braves, Phillies, and I mean those are probably the big 3.
Yeah.
And the other stuff he said about a full year of Bryce Harper is true.
For sure.
Trey Turner is not going to slump an entire year. He'll probably get more back to the baseball card. And Alec Bohm, Bryson Stott, Brandon Marsh can all still take steps. And Yoro. I mean, I said it. Ooh, Johan. Johan Rojas obviously is a great fielder. And if he improves his bat,